could you?
The night almost belonged to her. Moonlight spilled across the palace corridor like a blessing meant for the undeserving. At the edge of the stone balcony, Abeni stood motionless, her hands gripping a silk scarf so tightly her knuckles had gone pale. Below, the garden pond shimmered, deep, dark, forgiving. Across the balcony, her sister Zara leaned over the railing, laughing softly to herself, unaware. A loose step, a sudden pull, a quiet fall. Abeni moved. The scarf slid forward, inches from Zara's neck. For a single breath, the future was hers. Then, a shadow shifted. A lantern flared behind them. Prince Kola, heir to the throne, stepped onto the balcony, his presence sudden and heavy. His eyes fell first on Zara, then on the scarf stretched unnaturally between the sisters. Abeni froze. Zara turned, confused, her smile fading as she followed the prince's gaze. She saw the scarf. She saw Abeni's hands. The moment cracked. Abeni released the fabric and stepped back, forcing shock onto her face. Zara stumbled, saved not by love, but by timing. The prince's eyes narrowed, suspicion blooming like poison. The knight slipped away from Abeni's grasp. But this was not her first attempt, and she would not let it be her last. Long before moonlit balconies, there had been glances. The prince's attention had always drifted toward Zara, her gentleness, her quiet strength, her unguarded kindness. Abeni watched from the edges, her smiles rehearsed, her patience rotting. She was the elder sister, the smarter one, the one who deserved the crown. Yet destiny leaned elsewhere, and Abeni decided destiny could be corrected. The web tightened days passed. Abeni moved like silk through the palace, soft, unnoticed, observant. She befriended Nola, a palace servant with quick hands and tired eyes, rewarding loyalty with gold. She whispered favors to Chief Omari, a disgraced noble desperate to return to power. She learned the hidden paths, the weak rails, the poorly guarded staircases. Each plan grew sharper. Each failure fed her hunger. In the royal kitchen, steam curled upward as Abeni watched a servant prepare herbal tea. When the servant turned away, Abeni's fingers dipped into her sleeve. Powder. Pale. Odorless. She tipped it carefully into the cup meant for Zara. From across the room, the prince appeared, unannounced. He lifted the cup first. Abeni's breath caught. Zara reached out instinctively, stopping him just before the rim touched his lips. The tea spilled onto the floor, hissing faintly as it touched the stone. The prince looked down, then up. Abeni's smile trembled. Later that night, guards quietly removed the body of a palace rat from the kitchen floor. Its mouth was frozen open. Someone had noticed. The trap. Within the trap, desperation makes mistakes. Abeni planned her final move during the Festival of Lights, when crowds would hide intentions and chaos could wear the mask of accident. She loosened the bolts beneath the ceremonial bridge, just enough. She timed Zara's steps. She positioned herself perfectly to play the rescuer. The crowd gathered, drums thundered, fire danced in the air. Zara stepped onto the bridge, it cracked, but not the way Abeni expected. Instead of Zara falling, the wood shifted sideways, exposing the sabotage beneath. Zara fell to her knees, clinging to the railing. The crowd screamed. Guards surged forward, and standing at the edge, hands still dusted with wood splinters, was Abeni. Prince Kola did not move at first. He simply watched. He saw the pattern, the balcony, the tea, the bridge. He saw Abeni's face, not with fear now, but with rage at being discovered. Nola, the servant, broke under pressure. Chief Omari vanished before dawn. The truth assembled itself without words. Abeni was seized. Zara, shaken but alive, stood silent as guards dragged her sister away. Tears streamed down her face, not from betrayal alone, but from mourning the sister she thought she knew. The palace courtyard filled with nobles, guards, and witnesses. Abini was brought forward in chains, not screaming, not pleading. Her eyes searched only for the prince. He did not look back. The sentence was not death, it was worse. She was stripped of title, name, and place, banished beyond the kingdom walls, condemned to live unseen, unheard, remembered only as a warning. The crown she wanted passed her by without a glance. As the gates closed behind her, Abeni turned once more toward the palace towers glowing in the distance. High above, Zara stood beside the future king, not triumphant, not cruel, only steady. The kingdom slept safely that night, and the silence that followed Abini was complete.